Ooh, television. Anyway, yes, hello, здравствуйте, cześć, ahoy, and whatever. I am definitely late to the party, but that doesn't matter, cause nobody watches this shit anyway. We will play the campaign of the pesky Western spies against the glorious Soviet Union. I'm going to preemptively warn my Americanophilic friends who are definitely watching this that they are not going to like what they will see in this playthrough. Someone in Iran apparently decided to double it and give it to the next person. The Americans know the culprits though, and are not going to let this one slide. We enter the game and play as Mason. We also get introduced to our boss, Steve Murphy from Narcos. We are part of the CIA and we track down the hostage crisis enthusiast to Amsterdam. You know, why is it always fucking Amsterdam though? Whenever Americans wanna show a place in Europe but don't wanna go the usual London, Berlin, Rome or Paris, they always use Amsterdam. There's literally the other side of the continent. I mean, come on, there's Belgrade, Budapest, Bratislava, Prague, Minsk, and I could go on and on. When's the last time you saw any of those places in a movie or Western video game? Precisely. Anyway, we pay for our drinks cause capitalist pigs can afford shit, can't relate, and off we go hunt the bimbozo down. We arm ourselves and I choose the AK. Oh Christ, what is this sight? Take it off, you uncultured swines, the rifle is fine! We go up to Kasim's apartment and start spraying, a little too much even. I didn't know we needed Suka alive. Second time's the charm though, and we clean the house, but Kasim starts running. We give chase, blasting bozos along the way. I ditch my abused AKSU for a glorious Kalashnikov that doesn't have an abhorrent sight on it. We engage in rooftop firefights with extremely disproportionate casualty rates, clear out all his guards, get this epic slow motion segment and punch Kasim for running away like a little bitch. We interrogate the ugly Urod and find out where Arash is gonna be. Upon nicely telling us, I get a choice of releasing, capturing and killing him. I do what Russians do best and eat him off the building. Shame there weren't any windows around. We then go to Trabzon, as that's where Arash is. We observe an airfield and try to identify him. A truck pulls up like a capybara. Arash decides to shoot everyone inside. I'm guessing someone suggested something absolutely unthinkable and can't leave any witnesses. We finally get to see his face and we can take the shot. We do so and miss. CIA training at its finest, the boy. We begin the art of decommissioning the enemy firearms of its users. The plane begins to take off, which could maybe, possibly, probably not be a good thing. I ditch my gun for an AK as my comrades scream at me to get in. We destroy other cars attacking us, but I run out of ammo for beautiful Kalash and I gotta use a sniper rifle. We deploy what apparently is a fucking hilarious RC car. We dodge and weave the other vehicles and blow up the plane from underneath. Yep, that RC car was the funniest shit ever. We wake up and the DEA agent Murphy helps us up, cause people who have been to Colombia are built different, I guess. We have a rush and the conversation went as follows. Ay, Blin, I have a gun. No, you don't. Kurva. Well, at least you can stop the plan since it's already underway, so we can go fuck yourselves. What plan? Baba Yaga's plan. Cap, Baba Yaga doesn't exist. If you actually think that, you have a skill issue. The West is dumber than my neighbor Kolya and gayer than a...
Who the fuck is Giga Nigga? What the fuck?
We get a briefing of Baba Yaga's CV and honestly it's pretty impressive. I mean, stealing nukes from the Americans has got to land him plenty of jobs in Romania. We see a meeting where the capitalist pigs discuss what their favorite anime is and then the president comes in the room. We get a talk of whether Murphy and his team can stop Baba Yaga. I mean, the guy took down Pablo Escobar, so I guess that's a yes. And then the president goes on a monologue about how they gotta protect their virgin soy-jack way of life from the chat communists. We get to customize our own character, which is pretty cool. I name him Google Biletov and make him XKGB. If you were expecting something different from me, please look at this video and you will know everything you need to know about this channel. Anyway, I pick a few perks that I like and we get going. This is our little safe house, where we will be launching our little testicle gurgling operations from. We got this little evidence board for making up excuses to kill people, which is certainly a foreign concept to me. In Soviet Russia, you just give them the cut-in treatment if they give off the wrong vibes and problem solved, but whatever. We can talk to people, which is pretty nice. I will be digging up more information from these debiles than a 25-year-old woman digging money from an elderly man. Anyway, I might as well introduce you to the team. So we got the only Giga Chad in the room, which is me. We got Steve Murphy, the guy who caught Pablo Escobar. We also have Laserbeam. He's a Jew who loves safe houses instead of money. Or maybe he likes both, who knows. The next member of the team is the bitch-ass TV spreading capitalist propaganda. Oh, I can turn it off. Nice, let's do it. We also have this creature with XX chromosomes. Kinda scary, not gonna lie. I'll stay away from it. Woods and Mason are, I don't know, handing out balloons at a kid's birthday party or something, and they're not here. And there's Sims, who's kinda like our little Rico, who can get us anything we want. We time travel to jungle. Apparently this is the closest we have ever been to Baba Yaga. Somehow this fine specimen knew about some American operation that went more south than Antarctica. We get woken up by Agent Murphy himself. We go on a refreshing, family-friendly stroll through the base, chit-chatting along the way. We hop in a chopper and Murphy explains our assignment. Some of our lads hold an asset that, and I quote, "we shouldn't ask about." End quote. And our job is to grab it and bravely run away with it before the enemy snatches it and skedaddles. However, we also have a side quest. There might be a very handsome Soviet operative nearby who could maybe, theoretically, possibly have some nice intel for us. We get to an unfortunate Vietnamese village and come under fire. We do what Uncle Sam does best, which is mercilessly cripple the local infrastructure. We hop on down and begin giving terrible results for the next national census. We get to our target building and rush B. We then clear every chamber in the building. A fucking Spetsnaz operative jumps out of nowhere and spectacularly gets himself killed. We breach into the final room and kill some more Spetsnaz dudes. I take the opportunity to ditch my gun for an AK. We also find some juicy pics of your mom. I go outside and not even half a second later I witness mass murder. We hop into the chopper and ooh, we get to fly it. We have to go through enemy-held mountains to get to our main assignment though, and so for the next few minutes I make any original map of the area inaccurate by annihilating every settlement I see. We even get to drop an enemy helicopter. As inhumane as this is, it is pretty fun. We reach our destination and witness it being assaulted by the Viet Cong. We help out the capitalist pigs by butchering all of the innocent rice farmers. Once we clear them out, we land and receive the acid, which appears to be either a nuclear warhead or Chernobyl man's bathwater. We begin our epic escape but get ambushed by the trees when they start shooting rockets at us. We get hit and crash. We wake up a minute later only to be overrun by the cool hat enthusiasts. I hop on the gun and yeah, you know what happened next. Let's not even mention how Chernobyl man's bathwater didn't explode during the crash. I ditch my gun for an AK and hold off the VC onslaught as we wait for air support. Air support arrives and it does so uncomfortably close. So anyway, we find out some info through a memory exercise. No fucking clue how that works. We get some side missions on the elaborately complicated evidence fabrication board. Honestly, Western spies are so silly. Just call your neighbor an enemy of the state and shoot him. It's that simple. We launch Operation Chaos, which is one of the side missions. We play as Mason and our target is the leader of some spy ring. There is a catch however. See, we have this disk or hard drive or whatever, and unless we decode it, it will only be a temporary setback for the Soviets. If it is, we can take down the entire spy ring, not just the leader, when we do the mission. So obviously I don't even try. We intercept a convoy and make it stop, and then kindly ask them to go away. The target is nearby. We blast our way down the convoy and that is an RPD. Yes sir, don't mind if I— wait, hold on. Why does they have a laser and a red dot? Well, I guess it's not as bad as the AKSU from the first mission, but it's still pretty unorthodox if you ask me. The enemy takes up a position at the petrol station. I'm actually kinda surprised nothing blows up like in GTA. We punch our way into and then through the station and come out the back into a little village road town thing. We don't last very long because someone was chilling on the roof with a rocket launcher thinking he's a fighter of the Islamic State or something. We get back and take sweet revenge on the terrorist in question. We then slowly but surely make our way up the hill via the little unpaved road. Jesus, Mary and Joseph Stalin, how many people were in those cars, fucking hell. We make it to our final destination, which is this parking lot, hotel, motel, penthouse, crack den, whatever this is. You know, this is a really nice car, it actually looks very pretty. Clearly someone who can afford this thing is a virgin capitalist swine with too much money. And there we go, problem solved. Having shit not in my Soviet Union. We get to the Master Spy and breach. We get into a slow motion segment where we absolutely turn these guys into Tom the Cat from one of those episodes where he gets shot. We take a pic to flex on Instagram and skedaddle. Never mind, bro, there were like 3 cars in that convoy. Where the fuck are these people coming from? We start backtracking our way down, following the exact same path. We managed to get to our exfiltration point and successfully not die. It's a very good day today. We get back to the planting crack in low-income neighborhood's headquarters and begin talking with Murphy about how handsome Baba Yaga is. We get interrupted by Sim saying there's a phone call for Murphy. He takes it in the room where the sound is a little muffled. I try deciphering what he's on about, but it's pretty difficult, not gonna lie. If only I could somehow figure out what he's saying. Oh, I know! Let's just ask him.
Well, you're a spy, but let's keep it outside the building, not inside. Understand?
Oh, come on, bro, that's the best part and the only reason I'm here. Anyway, let's do the next side mission, which is called Operation Red Circus. It's basically all about this old Soviet operative who may or may not be connected to Baba Yaga, and he has a bunch of agents in Europe. Not half as interesting as the last mission. Anyway, we go to Uzbekistan and play as Mason. Our allies launch a strike on the Eiffel Tower on top of that mountain over there as a distraction. We hop down and begin searching for the Soviet operative. We are on a timer and we have to clear 3 buildings crawling with gigachat communist men. God, I love sprinting across open terrain with no cover being shot from 2 different angles. Our first try goes extremely well. Whoops, wrong footage. We managed to clear 2 of the buildings which didn't have the target inside. Where do you think he might be? Could he be in the last building with snipers and grenadiers overlooking 100 meters of flat ice with less cover than there are kept promises of politicians? Nah, personally I don't think so. He wasn't in the other 2, why should he be in the last one? So anyway, we try attacking this building, which is a pain in the ass. We approach it slowly and methodically and step by step clear the building of hostiles. Remember when I said he won't be there? I was right. Woods locates the Badabimbozo in the little building right next to it. We assault the place and begin breach a room. Using the power of snail movement, we turn the Soviet operative into ideal DIY materials for an epic Halloween prank. We take a pic. Now what? I tell you what, we need some smoke to call for exfil. I ditch my German gun for beautiful SKS. We hold off the enemy onslaught, which consists of a lot of manpower, like a Soviet amount of manpower. Oh wait, so anyway, we just ventilate a bunch of brains for the next 4 minutes and skedaddle. Turn this gavno off, thank you very much. Side missions are finished, let's continue with the story. Our next big target is Volkov, a dude friends with literally everyone the Americans dislike. The mission plan is to follow one of his information couriers who's gonna meet with him and then slap his goofy butt cheeks. We go to East Berlin and we can actually play as our own character, the boy. We spawn in a train out of which we jump out of, which I imagine would hurt like a suka. I'd actually rather to fall off some stairs than drop my body with high velocity on some train tracks and roll my body over them like the king in Cars. Oh, never mind, I just fucking slid across them. I bet Google has a broken rib. Psych, of course he doesn't. Eastern Europeans are a bit different. We achieved some sneaky bricky around the guards and stuff. Okay, well that was very sneaky, but it was cheeky, so I'll give it a pass. We emerge out of the sewers like a Warsaw partisan. We get immediately caught by Germans. Also like a Warsaw partisan. I decide to take revenge for what happened 30 years ago and pop these bozos in the lungs. We get our crack planting asses on top of a building and spot Kraus in the checkpoint. That's our courier guy, we're gonna follow him. We meet up with a contact we have in East Berlin and tells us Kraus is here. We get our nosy cigarette up and running. While we wait for Volkov, Grata does what a woman does best, which is give me a side mission. One of our agents has been captured or something, I don't know. I'm too busy deciphering where she's actually from, cause ain't no way there's a single woman that is that pretty in all of Germany. She's clearly a foreigner, how the hell did she not get caught? Remember kids, pretty Germans don't exist. These bitches be faker than birds for real. So anyway, a German comes and our trusty cigaretka... Oh shit, that's not good. I bravely run away by squeezing myself through a pretty tight window. I'm surprised I got my big Slavic stalinium balls through it, to be honest. Anyway, we have to avoid detection now, which is annoying I guess. The real pain in the ass, however, are these locks I gotta pick. I have zero clue how to pick locks in this game. Through sheer luck and nothing else, especially not skill, I open this door. We stroll about East Berlin in the least suspicious manner possible. We're supposed to meet Laserbeam in a building, but I figured I should go to the informant first though. I want as much content as possible. We sneak our way to the door and oh, you gotta be taking a piss, man. I gotta pick 3 of these ED nahoy. After struggling for a classified amount of time, I look up how to do it. It's so fucking simple and I have a brain smoother than a fresh Formula 1 tire. We take out the guard too busy not paying attention and oh look, stuff I can burn. Useful for next kielbasa party. Oh, there's a second guard. Bro thinks he's Joe Biden. Get your sleepy ass out of here. Stupid boss. How the fuck did he not see me, bro? We find out this captured CIA informant is actually a double agent, which I wholeheartedly respect. I interrogate the bastard myself, but he just plays dumb, which confirms my grave suspicion of this guy being based. I let him go so he can work for the glorious Soviet Union in peace. Once again, we do a little sneaky and sombricky and beat up with laser beam. We go on a romantic stroll through the dark wet alleys of the city talking about German sausages. This infidel is clearly oblivious to the superiority of kielbasa above all other meats. Anyway, after slagging this bozo in Polish at the top of my lungs for 5 minutes straight, we meet up with this SCP. We do a little nosy neighbor spying operation on Kraus, who came back home. Laserbeam comes up with an idea.
Sounds like Volkov owns Kraus's briefcase. We should place a tracker in it. That case will lead us straight to Volkov.
One of us can sneak into Kraus's apartment. Avoiding Kraus and his wife might be the greater challenge.
Bell volunteers.
The fuck I did? You go, Urod. I've been carrying this whole Baba Yaga thing myself. How about you move your ass for one? Motherfucker pulled out the Holocaust card that made me go. I swear I'm gonna tamper with this guy's shower when we go back home. Ooh, I get a Biden pistol, nice. I picklock my way in and commence sneaky operation. I just about make my way past this dude's wife, a concept very much foreign to me. We go upstairs and hide in a room until Kraus respectfully pisses off. We enter his office and start inspecting every nook and cranny so diligently that the spirit of Felix Dzierżyński would be proud. We open a secret chamber and find the suitcase, and so we plant a tracker inside. We hear some mumbling. We find out it's the not-so-German contact. Kraus appears out of nowhere and knocks me out. We wake up tied to a chair with Greta, the double agent I let live, Kraus and Volkov himself. He sits down to chat with me, and I know I'm the one who's fucked right now, but my nosy NKVD spirit takes hold of me and I start interrogating him. That's an alpha move right there. The Western spies arrive just in time. The woman lets me free, which is nice, but gives me a German gun, which is insulting. So anyway, we start popping hipsters. I ditch my gun for an AK, and now we can actually do something. I grab another AK and bro, who the fuck did this? Poor little Kalash, he doesn't deserve this fate. We kill and murder and kill our way to the other end of this warehouse. Bro, who the fuck put a holo on glorious RPD? Rifle is fine, the holo is ugly. I trigger happy ass kills Volkov before I even realize it's him. Murphy and the specimens start arguing over whether we should have captured him. I would have said it's an honest mistake, but honestly, like bro, not only is she a woman, but also works for the British. You can shut up any day now, your opinion doesn't matter, go get your teeth fixed or something and stop whistling through your teeth. Anyway, subscribe to Love of Boris.